Hey, coaches community, what is going on? Hello, everyone. Say hi. Say hello as you jump in here. Happy Wednesday, guys. I'm a couple minutes early. Wanted to come in with our Profitable Entrepreneur live show, even though I am, as you can see, I am in my car. I'm actually not at home. I'm not at the office or sitting at the desk today because it's 91 degrees here in Maine. So what is the temp where you're at, guys? Tell me where you're tuning in from. Where are you located? Where are you joining us from? I'm super excited to connect with you guys and kind of have some exciting things to talk to you guys about today. But it's 91 degrees here in Maine. So yeah, it's pretty hot. It's definitely not a sit behind the desk day, if that makes sense. So tell me, I'm just gonna I should put my AC on. Tell me a little bit about where you guys are from. Where is everyone from tuning in? And are you working today from, where are you working from today? Are you working from the beach? Are you outside? Are you in nature? Are you sitting in your office? Maybe you're in your bed with AC pumping. I don't know. Maybe it's cold where you are. Tell me. Okay, so welcome back, guys, to another weekly Profitable Entrepreneur live show. We're just not doing it traditionally from the office today, but we're here. And I have some good content to share with you. So I actually wanted to come in. I'm going to share 3 things with you guys today. So I wanted to share the 3 top strategies that we're using this year for hyper growth. Okay. If you guys know anything about me and about kind of my my sweet spot, my methodology, I am all about time and money freedom. I am all about family. I'm a family first, client first business. I am all about sustainable scale, not just scaling in the sense of, we make a lot of money once or twice or a couple times or from time to time, but how do we continue doing that? How do we do it again and again and again? And how do we repeat that again and again while also making that delegatable, meaning it's scalable in a sustainable way, but we can also give it all away, like 90% of it, so that we don't become bottlenecks as we scale. And that is something I'm truly passionate about because I've been in business for 20 years and I've worked with a lot of multiple 7- and 8-figure coaches, just helping them with their delivery and development of their group programs, helping to train their sales teams, doing sales campaigns for them and kind of demonstrating how that's done. And I've run 2 of my own businesses. And during that time, one of the things that I think I keep seeing kind of across the board is as people scale their business, so as you go from 6 figures to multiple 6 and 7, you have this disassociation, you have this idea that it means if I want to scale, make more money, have a bigger impact, do more, be more, all the things, it means that I need to work more, right? So it's going to require more. I have to work more, right? And so a lot of entrepreneurs actually don't end up scaling or they don't sustain it because the way they design their business model and the way that they design their programs and the strategies they're using, they're not scalable in a sustainable way for the long term. And number 2, they're the bottleneck of the business, right? So everything is on their shoulders. I have clients that are doing 7-ish figures and they're building their team. And even though they have team, they're still the bottleneck of the business because the team is not set up to run without the business owner. So the team is constantly coming back to the business owner with, how do you do this? And how do you want that done? And they have questions and they're not actually able to take things off the business owner's plate and actually help the business owner scale. They're actually creating more for the business owner and putting more on the business owner's plate. And so I share all of that because I know that we have, people here that are, we have coaches here who are doing just under 6 figures. We have coaches working to the 6-figure, but we also have people at the 6, multiple 6, and even the lower 7 figures here in this community. And many of you are still the bottleneck in your business. Many of you still hear and find yourself saying a lot of the times, I would love to do this, but I don't have time. I would love to do that, but I don't have time. I'm so excited in the future about launching these things or these projects or getting to this point in my business, but like right now, I don't have time. And so that is a clear sign that you have created a business model and you've set up your business and possibly your team where you're still the bottleneck of everything. The business doesn't truly run without you, okay? And so I wanted to share all that because that is kind of like my jam. Yes, I'm a sales coach, but a big part of the type of sales that I like to teach is high ticket scaling. I like to teach scaling at scale and in a very sustainable way. And so a lot of what we focus on is the design and delivery of our high ticket offers, your profit driving dream team, building those out, and systems and structure and strategy that is all in support of sustainable scale that can be delegated. Does that make sense to everybody? Really good stuff, right? Really, really good stuff. But I share that because that's what I love. So when I'm coming in here to you today and I'm talking about hyper growth, first of all, notice that I'm here today. I'm still showing up. I'm here. But like I'm not sitting at my desk dying today. It's 91 degrees here in Maine. I'm able to work remotely. I'm able to get things done from wherever I am. I'm also able to have things happen while I'm not at my office or in my home or working in my business, right? Like I'm here live with you, and while I'm doing this, I have a team that are uploading our coaching session from yesterday with our group Profitable Entrepreneur clients. I have team uploading the replay to that into the Facebook group and the membership site. I have my team putting all the final touches on, I would say, 2 months of my recordings and my videos and my trainings for the revamp of my brand new Profitable Entrepreneur curriculum. So for those that don't know me, every 90 days, I improve my program. I look at where can we simplify, where can we streamline, and where can we shrink down what we're teaching our clients so they get bigger, better, faster results more consistently. It's flat out what we do. And so a big part of that is making sure my curriculum is not only in support of all that, but like it is up to date. It is up to date and it's shrunk down into its simplest form of like go do A, go do B, go do C equals this result, right? And so right now, I just wrapped up the last 2 months of redoing the whole membership site so that it is in support of what's working in the market right now and what's going to be working and not working over the next 6 months and 12 months, maybe a little bit longer as we head into, some economic contraction that we see happening now in a recession that's around the corner. And so I'm already ahead of that. I've got my clients all supported and taken care of and not educated on what that needs to look like going forward. And while I'm here doing this, my team is getting that all set up, all updated, and getting ready to email my clients with the release and the welcome to this new curriculum. Here's your access. Let's get down to business, right? So while I'm here doing that, all that's happening, right? Like things are still going. So I just think it's important to understand that, the way that you design your business, the things you focus on and where your time and energy goes as the CEO is going to determine like what you do this month is going to determine what things look like for you next month and next quarter. You know what I mean? So I wanted to come in. I'm definitely sharing a lot more than I wanted to, and I'm cool with that. I hope it's helpful. Let me know if that helps you. I will do like a couple minutes of Q&A, but like I said, I'm going to plow through these 3 things for you, give this goodness to you, let you soak in the replay. We're going to head out. I got things to do, and it's a great day today. So we want to like take advantage of that. So I'm going to make this quick, but I'll try to do some Q&A. If I don't have time for it at the end, I will come back a little bit later today as I soak into my downtime, and I will answer any questions. So if you are here live or listening to the replay and you have any questions about anything I'm talking about right now, definitely drop those questions below. I will come back and I will answer. We also have a couple of special announcements that I'm going to drop to you here at the end of this, but I want to give you guys the goods so that we make sure we get those over to you. So what are we focusing on for hypergrowth this year for us? The very first thing is quarterly launches. And I'm known for this because I've been doing that for about 6.5 years now. We took a little pause last year, but we are focused on, for hypergrowth this year, we are focused on quarterly launches into our high ticket group program. And so we are very clear that with this recession coming up and around the corner, that not everybody, but a lot of people are going to be looking for quick hits in terms of their investments. They're going to be looking for like a quick win and like in and out. Okay, that doesn't mean low ticket. That just means they're still going to pay you multiple 5 figures to come work with you, but they're not. We know that the majority of our audience is not going to be plugging into and leaning into these 12-month incubators like what our program is. However, we know that there's still a lot of entrepreneurs and CEOs that have no interest in hopping from course to course, coach to coach. We know that we have people within our community, and we know we'll continue with our lead acquisition to keep bringing people in that they do want an immersive year-long experience. They do want to dial in their focus and work with one mentor on one area of their business, and they don't want to hop from coach to coach or course to course, and they don't have the bandwidth and capacity to learn a whole bunch of new things right now. And so we do know that there's going to be it's a small percentage, but it's enough. It's still a good percentage of people that are looking, especially high level, all in, really committed CEOs that want to go to that multiple 6 and 7 figure mark in their business this year and through 2023. The people that really want to do that, and they want to do that in a really systematized, sustainable, delegatable, scalable way, they're going to be looking for this. So we are bringing back our quarterly launches where we teach our signature launch. We teach you basically how we launch to a few hundred people every quarter. We build a registration list of 300 or 400 people. We launch to those people. We teach them our launch process and help them build out their launch. And these are designed to create multiple 5-figure launches every quarter. And these are into a high-ticket recurring program where when you get a client, you're signing a client for life. And what I mean by that is like they're coming in to spend 1, 2, 3, and even 4 years with you. None of my clients are with me for under a year. And I would say on average 2 to 3 years. But I have a couple that have been with me for like 4. And here's the thing, it's all in the way you design your program. It's the way you design it and the way you deliver it, and it's the type of people you put in it. Anybody can do this. You have to have that clarity in those systems, right? And so we know that to sustain, to keep our business alive, to make sure your business does not die, and to make sure your business is not only sustainable, but it's predictable and it's not going anywhere. No matter if there's a recession, economic contraction, algorithm, whatever, no matter what, your business isn't going anywhere. We know that we have to have 2 things. We need to have recurring revenue and we need to have cash flow. Businesses fail because they don't have those 2 things. That's why businesses fail. 98% of businesses fail within the first 1 to 3 years, and that is because they don't have those things in place. And I'm going to put my AC on, guys, because I don't want to get too hot here, get worked up. But that is what happens is they fail because they don't have those things in place. Okay? So one of the things that we want to do is ramp up our recurring revenue. And that will sustain us that will give us a multiple 6-figure revenue, like month after month, for about 12 months. So our program is 12 months. We know that people will come in for 12. and then we know that a percent will renew for another year, and we know that there'll be some that will stick around even longer. And so we want to get our revenue to our recurring revenue to a certain place by the end of 2023. And so, or even by the middle of 2023. So in order to do that, we know that we're not going to go chase around these quick one-time sales all day long, because that's not going to do that. I also know I don't want to work all summer. So, what we're going to be doing is just ramping up our launches and doing a launch every quarter, same workshop into the same program, and that will run that cycle. We call that launch cycling, and we've been doing it for 6 years. We will just run that, and that will be into that recurring revenue, so that every month, we know how much we're making every single month, and any new sale that comes in just adds on top, so it piles on top and stacks. So that's recurring revenue stacking. That's stacking that recurring revenue, where that recurring revenue is always growing. It's never dipping or dropping or going down or going away. It doesn't really ebb and flow very much, as long as you run your launch cycles. As long as you're, or having consultation calls or sales calls with people where the thing that you are selling is that recurring revenue program, right? Like that particular program that gives you that recurring revenue. A lot of entrepreneurs want recurring revenue. Like, they want to wake up every month and it's like, I know every month I start with this much in the bank. I never start at zero every month, and any new sale that comes in, it stacks on top. Most entrepreneurs, all entrepreneurs want that. But the way that they're trying to create it just is not, it doesn't align. It's not how you create recurring revenue. And so we focus on, and we teach our clients in the Profitable Entrepreneur Program, the power of one. And the power of one doesn't mean you don't sell anything else or help in any other way or do anything else. It just means that your main goal is build up your recurring revenue to the number that you want and need it to be at its minimum. It can never go below this threshold, so that you can make long-term decisions in your business in terms of, hiring team to get things off your plate, in terms of setting up certain systems, taking certain vacations or hosting certain retreats, or things that cost money in the business that are not just for today, but they're for the long term. If you don't have recurring revenue and you don't even know how much money you're making in 6 months or where that money's coming from in 6 months, you can't really make decisions 6 months out. Does that make sense? Because you don't know what things are going to look like. Same thing with like mentorship. The first sign to me that a business owner does not have recurring revenue in their business, which means they have broken sales systems, the very first red flag for me is when they tell me, I would love to join your program, but I don't know if I will be able to make the payments in 6 months or 8 months or 9 months from now. That is a really big red flag for me, that you're a person that goes day by day. You don't have recurring revenue that is predictable and reliable beyond today. And so you can't make future decisions that you need to make, so that you're not operating just day to day. You're operating in what needs to happen for the future. You can't do that because you don't have that recurring revenue. So that is that. Oh, it's 11/11, guys. It's 11/11, make a wish. That is one of the things that we focus on with our clients that really want to have that scale. Is there's some strategy and some intention behind it, and there's some setting up, and then there's reps, right? The launch cycle, and there's reps. You have to do something over and over and over and over again until you master it. Like 10,000 hours is like mastery of something. So we have our clients doing that, and that's what we're doing. So we lead by example here. So that's the first thing we're doing to stack the recurring revenue, so that for the next 12 consecutive months, we know that we're not anywhere below a certain amount every month. And anything new, anybody new coming into that program over the next 12 months is just stacking that recurring revenue. That's where we want to be at. That's solid. That is really sustainable. The second thing that we are doing is what I call promo cycles. And promo cycles are these 1 to 2 week launch like sprints. It's where you are doing like a quick sprint, and this is more for cash flow. These are the things that we do in between our big launch cycles for that recurring revenue. Remember I said you have to have recurring revenue and cash flow. Your business will never sustain with one or the other. And so what we're doing is for our cash flow, we are doing what I call promo cycles. And these are small little fast sprints that take place outside and around the 6, 8, or 10 big launches we do per year. And these promo cycles can be for your high ticket recurring group program. They could be for your high ticket one-on-one or your high ticket mastermind. These could be for some kind of like special offer that you're selling, or a new offer that you're selling, or just something different. It could be whatever you want it to be. But what we like to do is make sure whatever we're selling, whatever we're selling in that promo cycle is going to bring fast, high ticket cash in the door. So sales quickly, cash in the door. It's that high ticket volume cash flow. So we're not selling like a $97 tripwire. We're selling something that's still around anywhere from, $9.97 to $19.97 or $3,000, somewhere around there. Somewhere in that ballpark. And what we're doing is that's the big high ticket cash flow that's going to come in, and it could be one hit because a lot of people pay in full when it's just a couple $1,000s, but it could be a few months of recurring revenue, but it's not like the 12-month immersive recurring revenue, right? And these are short sprints where you run it for a little bit and then it's done, right? What we're doing with those is we're being strategic in the sense of like, we still want those offers to be impactful. So we still want clients to get results, and we want to prep them and get them to a place where the next step is they want to come into our high-end program, the recurring program. So we're not just looking for quick one-hit sales. Like a lot of entrepreneurs, when they think cash flow, they're like, let me just go sell something. And they hustle, and they sell something, they make a few $1,000s, and then they're back at zero again. They're like, oh, shoot, now I got to do that again. And so this is just that quick influx of high-ticket cash. And it's also strategic in the sense of like, we still want everybody to get results, and we also want a percentage of those people to renew or ascend into our high-end recurrent 12-month immersive sales program, the Profitable Entrepreneur. Does that make sense? And so we're not creating, the other thing with this is like with the promo cycle, whatever you're launching, we're not creating a new thing every time we do that. We're not creating a whole bunch of courses. We're not creating a whole bunch of offers. We're not creating a whole bunch of programs. Typically, we're selling one thing in there, either something we already have created. So it could be the group program. It could be one of the things we're launching this year is our Profitable Entrepreneur curriculum. So like just the training, like just the membership with the actual step-by-step framework and training to generate multiple 6 or 7 figures with our launch system and our sales system. We're selling just that. So it's what you would get in a year-long program, except no community, no coaching, no access to me, no Facebook group. Like it's not a high-touch program. It is just a training program. And that's for people that are like, I definitely want to learn all of this, but like, I don't want to come into 12 months right now, or I can't financially come into 12 months right now, but they still want to learn that. So we're not creating anything new for that, right? We'll bring thousands of dollars every time we launch that into our company, and there's no access, right? Like there's no effort I have to do. My team will do a little bit, but we don't have to like be there. It's not a high touch. And that's the thing you want to be thinking about. You don't want to create everything that you sell. You don't want it to be like in high demand of you or your team in order to fulfill and deliver it. So we teach our clients, take what you already have and just sell a piece of it. Take what you already have created and just sell that. Don't worry about creating something brand new right now. With a recession coming up, it isn't the time to try to be testing a whole bunch of different offers with your market. You got to get down to the source, right? So we are going to be doing that. We have a couple other things. Like I might open up 2 more one-on-one spots this year, maybe. And I might do a couple of like group VIPs where we're mapping out like offer, sales strategy, your lead acquisition, like how are we going to get the audience so that we can launch to them and sell this offer and make this much money. What is the strategy in the process, and what does all that look like? We might do a couple of those this year, maybe. That would be the things that we'd be selling. We're not talking about a bunch of $12 offers, right? So that's going to give us the high ticket cash flow. On top of that recurring revenue, a percentage of those people will come into the program because they're going to want the mentorship, the coaching, the community, the access, the guidance as they implement, and they're going to get results in that program, right? So they're going to want to come into that. So, and again, no effort, no extra like work and effort on delivery and creation from me and my team, because we're using what we already have. We're keeping it super simple, okay? We're not actually about constant creation. We love keeping things really simple, and we love to just repurpose, right? Tell me if in the comments, is this making sense? Are you guys getting this? I'm having a nice coffee today too. It's great. Okay. The third things that we're doing. So the first thing is we're doing our launch cycles, and we're building up that long-term 12-month plus recurring revenue. We're stacking that. The second thing, right, we got to have that recurring revenue. The second thing is we're bringing in high volume, high ticket cash flow with doing some promo cycles with lower end, but not low ticket, lower end offers that are really easy for people to say yes to financially and time-wise in the middle of a recession. That is something we don't always do, but we're doing that because you have to pay attention to the market, and there's a recession, and things are changing, and the way people are buying are changing. And so people are not, most of your audience is not going to come spend a big amount of money and a big amount of time with you. A percentage will, and you want to monetize that. But then there's going to be a good part of your audience this year that's going to want, they'll still pay you high ticket, but they're going to want quick. So like less time. That will happen inside promo cycles. Okay. That's the two things, right? So now we have our recurring revenue stacking. We have our cash flow, high volume, high ticket coming in. And then the third thing that we're going to be doing is our authentic DM strategy. We've been doing this forever. We make millions of dollars just doing DMs. Like if we took everything else out of our business, we literally, like if Facebook did not limit how much you could do in the DM and on your social media every day, we would gangbusters be making millions of dollars, and we wouldn't even be doing anything but DMing. So I love my authentic DM strategy because it's what it says. It's authentic. We are not being douchey. We're not being dicks in the DMs. We are not quick pitching and ditching. We are not sending weird, creepy DMs to nobody. We're not doing any weird stuff. We're not like, hey, buy my program. Like, we're not even selling. My authentic DM strategy is amazing. And it's exactly what I have $1 million and 8-figure coaches who hire me just to teach this to the sales team. That's how good it is. And so part of what I teach in my Profitable Entrepreneur program is I show my clients, like, this is how you do DMs the right way, and this is how you make millions of dollars doing it. So we dominate the DMs, and in such an authentic, amazing way. And so the reason we love doing these is because you can fill any and all of the programs and offers you have just by having those DM conversations. Also, you get to leverage your converting content that most of you are working really hard to create. And you get to leverage that and plug people into those pieces of content that then do the converting for you, and have those people coming back being like, gangbusters, gold, that was amazing. How do I work with you? And so we don't have to do sales calls. We don't do sales calls. We might pick it back up this year because of the recession. We don't have to do sales calls. We're not doing any calls right now. We haven't for about 5 years. We just do DMs, and people buy from the DM. They pay us for one-on-one, $20,000, $30,000. They pay us in full. They sign up, they make their payment, they do it all right there in the DM. I say that because they're so powerful when they're done right. And when you leverage your content to do the selling for you, and it has people coming to you wanting to know, how do I work with you? When you're having authentic DM conversations, you can make millions of dollars in the DM. Okay? And so that's a strategy we hyper focus on. Hyper focus, because it's human connection. It's relationship building. What is the point of being on social media if you're not going to be social, right? It's not called sales media. It's called social media. And the fastest, easiest way to sell is to build a relationship, become a trusted advisor, and get in conversation with people. Find out what is top of mind for them, deliver that thing for free, and then they'll come back. You have a conversation and you move it to a sales process. And we have a whole strategy behind this, but it's a very strategic, intentional, we don't create much. We do like maybe 2 pieces of content, maybe 3 pieces per week, but we're selling in those. We're extending invitations, and we're doing it in such an authentic way where it's based on human behavior, sales psychology, which is my background. We're not trying to get anybody to do anything. We truly want to help you if we can help you. If we think we can help you and we think you will get results with us, then we want to help you. If we don't think that can happen, we don't even talk about our program. We won't even talk about sales with you. We will not get on a call with you. We will not have that sales conversation if we don't think we can do that. There's no point for either one of us. And so when you take that approach, sales become pretty epic. They become very easy. You learn to love them, right? That's what we teach. So those are our top 3 hyper growth strategies. Notice that I did not say we're going to be doing webinars. We're going to be doing funnels. We're going to be doing, tripwires, low ticket offers. We're going to be launching a website. We're going to be creating lots of content. We're going to be, working on getting a brand photo shoot and images, and we're going to automate as much as we can, and we're going to stuff people in funnels, and we're going to do self-study courses. And notice I didn't say any of that. In fact, I didn't even say sales calls, although my clients following our sales conversion framework, which is my framework for closing and converting up to 80 to 90% of your sales calls. My clients right now are executing that, and 80% of their sales calls are converting with 0 objections. My systems are proven, they work, and I've tested them across multiple niches and companies at different levels and things like that for a lot of years now. And you can absolutely do sales calls. And in fact, if you're not generating 10K a month recurring, you should absolutely be doing sales calls. And I can show you how to convert at 80%, right? So without objections, okay? Without putting on your boxing gloves and having to get in the ring and fight for the sale. We don't do that. And so we have an authentic approach. So with all that being said, those are the 3 things we are hyper focused on this year for hyper growth. And we're just mastery of those 3 things. We're not really doing anything else. We're having great conversations. We're only serving people that have the problem that we solved, that they actually want solved. No pushy stuff, no bro sales, no bro marketing, no aggressiveness, no pushiness, no backing people in corners. And we're also not doing anything we don't really want to do, right? We're finding our own ways to do things that are in a fun way, but with authenticity, intentionality. We're being strategic about it. And we're being very authentic and focusing on human connection and building relationships and being trusted advisors. And for those of you who have team, they need to be seen that way, or the things they're doing are not going to produce results. They're not going to perform well. So all of that to say, that's what we're doing. 2 quick announcements. If you guys have questions, this was a lot. If you have questions, drop it below, but we're going to wrap up now. What I wanted to share with you, 2 awesome things. Number 1, we are hosting a free workshop. And let me just say this, if you're in this coaches community, depending on where you're watching this, we're live in the coaches community, but we email this out, we upload it to YouTube, we put it in all the places. If you're on Facebook and you're in the coaches community Facebook group, you've received a DM from us, because we connect with every one of you so that we can learn, is this the right group for you? We don't want to waste your time or our time or my team time. Is this the right community for you? Meaning, are you going to get value from this community? Can you contribute to the community with good conversation and elevating conversation? Is it a place where you're going to want to spend your time, and that the content I share is going to be helpful for you? That's number 1. Second thing is, what resources can we plug you into that we have? I have a plethora of, I have a sales vault. I have a plethora of 2 decades, 20 years of amazing content, videos, audios, checklists, downloads. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that the thing we get you is timely, it is relevant to you, and it's actually going to help you. And so we can't do that without having a conversation to find out what is top of mind for you right now. What do you need right now more than anything? And then we're plugging you into some free resources so you get some action, you get some immediate results in action and transformation and clarity on whatever that main thing is that's top of mind for you right now. And that's what we're doing in those DMs, and we're making sure we get you plugged into those things, okay? It's going to be hard to find all the amazing content just searching the group. And it's also going to be really difficult for you to try to scroll around and find what you need when we can just tag you and say, here it is, or send you the link, here it is. You don't need to you know, I know you're busy and you don't have a lot of time. You don't need to try to scroll the group to figure it out. We can just connect you immediately, okay? And we can also help identify what you might need more than what you think you might need, right? So we can make sure you're getting what you need here, okay? So that's what we're doing. So check your DMs because we've DM'd you, or we are. So we sent about 900 DMs and we've got a few hundred more to go. And we've deleted 3,000 people. So let's go, right? Let's go. Okay, so check your DM, check your other folder. If you can't find it, send me a DM. Go to my profile, click on DM or message, and my message will pop up. That's how you find your hidden messages. Okay, but the announcements. 2 announcements. One, we are doing my 5-day workshop. It is my signature profit launch. I'm going to teach you how to launch and fill your group program, your high ticket recurring group program. And I'm going to show you how to design and deliver that program so that you get recurring results, you get recurring revenue, your clients get an exceptional experience and results with you. They give you reviews, testimonials, they send you referrals, and you build out and stack that sustainable revenue, recurring revenue that's actually sustainable, scalable, and delegatable. We're going to show you how to do all that, okay, in over 5 days. We got a workbook for you and all of that. So if you are not registered for that, we kick off August 15th. We're going to go for 5 days. There will be 3 days. After the workshop ends, you'll get 3 days to go through the replays if you missed anything, and then that goes away. And then we will not run this again until October. Okay, because September is back to school, so for a lot of us here in the States, and so I'm not going to be launching when I'm getting my daughter ready for school and you guys are getting ready. So October will be the next one, okay? And let me just say, October is 3 months away. You could be adding anywhere from 20 to 80 to $100,000 recurring revenue to your business right now in that amount of time by following our system. Okay, so just imagine what you could do in 3 months versus wait in 3 months to do that. I'm just letting you know that. Okay, and then so that's one thing. If you are not registered, just comment below workshop. We will reach out to you and we will get you the link. We will get you set up. We're doing prep calls, which are freaking gangbuster awesome calls, pure value for you, pitch-free calls. We're doing those for every registrant that wants it. So get yourself registered, get ready. We got a lot of bonus training that's going to be coming out in a pop-up group for you guys. It's a private exclusive group just for the registrants, and we got some bonus content. So after we finish up our conversations and we know exactly what you guys need, we're going to plug you into some awesome bonus content that's going to get you results before we even kick off with the workshop. This free workshop is going to be better than your last investment. Let's just put it that way. That's awesome. So you can't afford to miss this, okay? If anything I've said today is like firing off for you and your cylinders are going crazy, you don't want to miss this, okay? Comment below workshop. We'll get you hooked up. That's all you got to do. Second announcement is if you're someone who's sitting here and you're like, this sounds awesome, totally phenomenal, love it, my cylinders are firing, I don't want to sit through a 5-day workshop. I've done enough of those. I don't need anything free. I don't need another workshop. What I want to do is skip to the front of the line. And what I want is I want to get into action and I want to actually start setting this up, what you're talking about. I want to get my systems in place. I want to get my group offer so it's designed and delivered the way you're talking about. I want to create those outcomes in my business. I want to stack my recurring revenue. I want to have a calendar and a schedule for that. I want to have a calendar and a schedule for those high volume, high ticket sales cash flow coming into my business. I want to get my team either set up, or I want to start building my team, or I want to get my team that I have performing and driving profit in my business and actually taking stuff off my plate. I want to learn how to launch in this way that is so sustainable, repeatable, and I can delegate 90% of it to my team once I get it down, so I don't have to do this anymore. I don't need to be the bottleneck. I can just show up, go live, and do my work, right? If you're someone who really wants to learn how to maximize your sales, and I can tell you this right now, I don't teach sales the way anyone in this world teaches them. No one in the world teaches sales the way that I do. If you want to shift your mind around sales and you want to see your bank account rise from sales, I'm your gal for that. This is what millionaires hire me to do. This is what I do. It's my jam. but I do it in a sustainable, strategic, intentional, authentic, delegatable way, not where you become the bottleneck. So there's that little bit of difference there. I only focus on high ticket offers, okay? So just so you know, if you're selling little courses, automated funnels, tripwires, one-off things, that's not my jam. My jam is high ticket, $3,000 to $100,000 offers, okay? That's what we sell. You can do it in one-on-one, you can do it in a group. I don't care how you do it. We'll teach you how to do it. But that's my jam, okay? I don't do low ticket offers. I don't do funnels. I don't teach you ads. We do all organic growth, but in a scalable way, which means you're going to build a team that's going to specifically do that for you, okay? You're not going to be the person forever doing those things. So if all of this is good, I would recommend and invite you, if you're a coach listening to this and you're like, cylinders are firing, I'm going to invite you to comment below, comment profitable entrepreneur, and what we'll do is we'll get in the DMs with you and have a little conversation. I'll just ask you a couple questions, and then if I think it's a good next step, I'll have you fill out an application. This is an apply-only program. It is a 12-month, extremely high-level sales incubator business education program where you're not learning a bunch of stuff. You are implementing, taking action, you are launching, you are selling, you are delivering, you are mastering, you're building your team, and you're leading into CEO and stepping out of day-to-day. Over the first 12 months, we want to get you to either your first or next $250,000, $300,000 recurring revenue place. In the second year, we want to get you to 500. And again, this is with less and less and less from you and more and more and more from systems and team and a little bit of automation. And just to be very clear, I have clients that do 500,000 recurring revenue following this process in like 7-8 months with me. Not everybody, because everybody moves at different places, but I'm saying it's possible. But we really map out like a 2-year plan for you to get you to $500,000 to close to $1 million. And again, you're doing this with a repeatable strategy that's sustainable and delegatable, no matter if there's a recession or not going on. It works on all platforms, so you don't have to have just Facebook or whatever. It works across all platforms in any economy. It's the beauty of it. It's super scalable. It's sustainable, right? And we focus very, very little on tech because that's not reliable either. Okay, so this is game changer, guys. So if this is speaking to you, comment profitable entrepreneur below. Right now, this is a multi-5-figure investment. So you're looking at investing at least $10K for the year and in up, depending on when you join, because the price goes up. But this program is 12 months, and we move fast. You're going to be moving. So this isn't something where you're going to join and be like, well, I can't really use the program for the first 6 months because I'm living life. This isn't for you. You got to come in and we got to get going, right? Because in 6 months, you could be making $500,000. We need to get going. So if this is you and you're ready to, at rapid speed, ramp up your recurring revenue, take your business to another level and get your team producing profit in your business and actually taking stuff off your plate where you're not the bottleneck, comment profitable entrepreneur below. We'll get in the DM, ask you a couple questions. If I think it's a good fit, we'll send you to the application. From there, what we'll do is if we think you qualify, if we think you will get results with us and we can help you, we'll get you enrolled and we start now. Okay, we'll put you in your cohort and we start now. If we don't think so, we can ask you some additional questions and see if we have something else for you, or if we just want to give you kind of some action steps or refer you to somebody else. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys today. This has been awesome. I hope you're enjoying the day. I hope it's beautiful where you are. Again, we are in Maine. Let me see if I can turn this around. This is just a little bit of a beautiful view here at the park. I don't know if you can kind of see everything, but yeah, that's what's going on here. So we are enjoying that today while my team gets some work done for me. But I hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know below if you have questions. Let me know if you have any questions about the workshop, if you have any questions about the profitable entrepreneur, or anything I talked about here today. And I will see you guys all next week for another weekly PE show. See you guys soon. Bye.